it is.
China is getting into digital currency. They want to go ahead and go digital by a specific, by another maybe 1 or 2 decades. They definitely want to go ahead and go full digital. Most probably US has to follow down the road gradually.
It's inevitable. Tobacco bank account will be from your phone. People say, oh, why should I invest in, we're in the stock exchange now, one of our companies.
Yeah.
So I can't talk about it. But
Okay.
people say, hey, Roxyको business is risky because you yourself said 10 brand मा एउटा हुन्छ. I said, म त 50 वर्ष गरिरहेको छु यो काम. अब भोलि पर्सि everyone's like, oh, banks are the best business. I said, yes, they are great. Believe me, I also invest in the banks. तर भोलि पर्सि someone from a phone can make a digital bank. Then what will you do? Look at the media industry. Big, powerful media houses are figuring out what the hell's happening because there's 2,000. Last I heard 6,000 Nepali news portals. That's ridiculous. How can you ever make money? There's too many players. It's like by liquor. 6,000 guys on thing. You're the phone bada bhayirahcha. So, it has to change. But again, protection has to be there. And digital is the answer. But controlled, monitored, protected, real information has to come. And it's unfortunately, no matter how good your technology is, I know this because I've seen this a lot. त्यो के हुन्छ भने त्यो इन्टेन्सनै ठिक छैन भने मान्छेको जे गरे पनि चोरी गर्छ हैन त्यो हामी नेपालीमा भन्छौँ त्यो कुकुरको त्यो पुच्छर हुन्छ नि
12 वर्ष ढुङ्ग्रोमा राखे पनि
Exactly. So this has to change. But if you want to force it, just digitize it. Just digitize it. It's easy. Overnight is done. There'll be no corruption overnight. How can they do corruption? Unless they go and crash it and put a virus in. त्यो पनि हुन्छ. Cybersecurity is something that has to be hand in hand with digitization. Nepalको त्यति अहिलेसम्म strong छैन नि. Every now and then you hear on the news some Chinese guy came and cleared everyone's account out.
Yeah.
So these are the things that I think would help dramatically.
There's one topic that I definitely want to dive into, and I don't want to waste any time and not just diving into this. How do you brand your business? Not your business in general. Branding is something that, again, in the probably in the 50s it was different way.
Yeah.
In the 70s it was completely different. In the 90s it was different when the internet was not there. When internet was just picking up, now it's completely different. How do you brand it and how do you make sure, again, it's alcohol. How do you make sure that people are hanging on to it?
Great question. I'm still trying to figure this one out. I say this because it changes every day, especially today. Every day is different. You want to take the textbook definitions. What do the people want? What does the customer want? They're changing. What are their habits? There's certain trends.
Yeah.
People are drinking less, but drinking more expensive. Packaging is more important than the product. You need to be digital. You need to be innovative. You need to have limited editions, special editions. You need to be homegrown. You need to be good for the environment. You need to be green, organic. These are all marketing tricks, to get you to pay more money.
Yeah.
But today, I see a little bit more nationalistic. Our Nepali product. पहिले त नेपाली त भन्ने नहुने. हाम्रो 20 वर्ष अगाडि त हामी जानी नेपाली एडमिन नराख्दै. We would never put Nepalese in the ads. We'd only put foreigners. Because foreigners भयो नि त यो त विदेशीले खाने product रहेछ. अब त नेपाली नि people want to see Nepalese. So you see a little bit more nationalism. But with marketing, it has to be digital. It has to be TikTok. If you're on Facebook, I'm sorry, you're a dinosaur. Go ahead. If it's to young people, it's like saying I have a Hotmail account. You know what I mean? That's like saying I drive a classic car. Whatever. I love my classic cars, but today it's about change. It's about quick change. It's about being different is cool.
True.
And today, if I'm drinking one product, in 3 months from now, they want to try something else because it's cool. They want to try. Nepalese love to try everything new. They'll try once, and they're so trend based. So there's a lot of little different tricks you can do, what you can say, what you cannot say, using influencers, online influencers. It's crazy. I mean, there are young boys and girls with millions of followers. And they charge you nothing to do an ad. I know. My company, we used to give 1 lakh, 100,000 cc's in media, print media. आज if you, these people, these young boys and girls who have 3, 4 million, 50, that's 30, 40 lakh followers, you know how much they charge you to make a TikTok? 5,000 rupees. पहिला जुन हामीले लाखौँ रुपियाँ 10 लाख रुपियाँ तिर्ने चिज अहिले 5,000 रुपियाँमा हुन्छ. So you have to change. But के गर्ने? त्यो टिकटकको that 30-second ad, त्यो त 2-3 दिनमा बिर्सिन्छ. So you have to keep changing with the times, but it's digital. And all of the things I said before, all the feel-good factor things are important. Today it's cool to be different. It's cool to think alternative. It's not good to be mainstream. It's good to be local. It's good to be craft.
It's good to be raw as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be alternative.
Policies on advertising keeps changing when it comes to alcohol and tobacco.
Yes.
Keeps changing. I'll add tobacco in this as well. Keeps changing. What should they do now? Make it better? What should they really do? Policies.
Well, are you talking about to save the publication houses or to save the brands?
Well, we can talk about both.
Well, to be honest, without liquor and tobacco, the big media houses, whether it be FM, TV thing, TV,
Even events.
मिल्दैन, सक्दैन, मिल्दैन. I mean, I it's great. Straight tobacco is a monopoly. उनीहरूलाई त फाइदै भयो नि. उनीहरूको त कति पैसा बच्यो भन्नै परेन अब. कति त्यो त पैसा त घरमै आयो नि. तर when I look at what we do, the amount I spend in sports, the amount I spend in Nepali cinema, on Nepali artists. About 7-8 years ago, मेरो Indian multinational, you should get a Bombay ko star भन्यो क्या. And I was like, म किन Bombay ko star राख्ने, बरु मेरो आफ्नै Nepali star राखौँ न. I know we've got attractive young women, we've got great movie stars, sports stars. I don't need to have some guy from Bombay.
Yeah.
And for the price of one person from Bombay, I can support 20 different people. And the amount of money I'm not saying me, but the industry gives to support music, cinema, fashion, sports, they make more money from us than they do from the government. Seriously, Sanjay, find out yourself how much, okay, you said you can Google it, how much does a sportsman earn a game in Nepal?
Find out.
Seriously.
Barely anything. I know.
Lajai morni.
No.
Laj morni. It's like, let's find out.
यति नै चना अन्डालाई पनि पुग्दैन.
Ani, if they stop us, then what? Let's just stop having sports. Let's stop having, let's shut down all the things. Forget sports. The liquor industry, what? Without the liquor industry, all your schools and hospitals will be closed also.
Why would you say that?
Because the earnings from liquor and tobacco is almost equal to what the government spends on public schools and public hospitals. Not from now, from my great-grandfather's time. Nothing. And this is Nepal, not just Nepal. You धेरै देशमा छ. Very easy. One then close all your schools down, close all your hospitals down. Let's see the fun happen. And still it'll be imported in. It'll be smuggled through.
अझ सस्तोमा.
हो नि. कहाँ सस्तोमा? महँगो हुन्छ नि. कसले भने सस्तो हुन्छ? ब्ल्याकमा त झन् डबल you have to pay. हेर्नुस् न. Look at
ब्ल्याकको कुरै थिएन हाम्रो. Of course.
Look at India. Look at Bihar. Bihar is closed. You don't think त्यहाँ रक्सी पाउँदैन? किन पाउँदैन? डबलमा पाउँछ. तर no one's paying tax for it. त्यो त सबै जो ट्रेडरहरू, नेताहरू, पुलिसहरूले त कमाइरहेछ. Governmentले त कमाएन.
What else should we legalize and get it under the tax system?
Oh wow.
What else should we legalize?
It's the big question. It's marijuana. I know. I'm for it.
Okay.
But it has to be controlled. I know. It's a big one. It's a game changer.
How do we do it? And if it ever happens, how should it happen?
It's going to happen. Thailand ma khulna laisakyo yaar.
Of
course. Every country is doing it. US le ta garisakyo. The only reason it stopped in Nepal is because the Americans shut us, made it illegal, forced us to make it illegal.
Now in the 70s?
Yes. Now in Nepal, Kathmandu is famous for what? For Tamil. Tamil was famous for its marijuana. So we have it would be great, but it needs proper monitoring, proper taxation, proper control. Will it be possible overnight? No. Will our government leaders be proactive enough? I hope so. If we legalized a third gender, which I'm very proud that our government...
Very, very proud.
Why can't we legalize गाँजा? यहाँ गाउँमा त के खान्छ? They can't afford cigarettes. गाँजा त खान्छ. गाउँमा त रक्सी खाने भने it's an expensive affair. What do they do in the villages? गाँजा खाएर त बस्छ. If you can tax it, you can make good money. If you can export it, you can make so much money. तर त्यो गर्नलाई technology चाहियो क्या. I've been studying the cannabis industry. It's no longer just त्यो गाउँमा कुन पहाडको...
You've been studying the cannabis industry in Nepal?
No.
As well? In the world? Global? And then also what we can do in Nepal?
It's a science now. It's high-tech machinery. It's high organics. It's hydroponics. It's not just त्यो कुन गाउँमा let's just get the village together and रोपेर हुँदैन त्यो. If you want to get into the business, you need state-of-the-art technology.
Would you get into this business and export it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yes, I would do it overnight. If it's done properly, if the policies are good. It's a money maker. And Nepal is a paradise for it. But the technology has to be good. And if it's not controlled well, then it'll fizzle away. It'll come and go, okay? But it has to be controlled. I'm controlled in the tax perspective and the quality perspective, and also in the consumption. Okay? Yes, people talk about marijuana is better than alcohol. Yeah, but I know so many people who have 20 joints a day.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, those guys, they're not going to office. Dude, if you're going to drink a bottle of whiskey a day, obviously you're not going to do well also. But in limitation, having a drink or two, there's nothing wrong with it. Having a joint once in a while, if that's what you like to do, fine. I'm not like that. I love my booze. Yeah. I've been fortunate enough to travel around the world that once me and a college friend, we went to Ibiza.
Ah, nice.
I know. On Ibiza, we went to the bar and there was 1,000 people in this Pasha. Oh my God, crazy place. We went there, bar the Kali. And we didn't realize, why is it Kali? Yatro Manchester, why is no one drinking? Everyone's on drugs. I'm inside it. We were looking at it, looking at everything going on. We were the only ones that weren't on. So, only control chaini garnu parcha. This is a tricky thing. Is there control in Nepal? No. It can be done, but it's not easy. Marijuana would be an easy thing to legalize.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.